Welcome back to Footballology. I hope you guys have a fun and safe 4th of July. I appreciate you guys stopping by the channel to watch this. I hope you guys are enjoying your family. Hope you're having fun. Today could be a great day, but at the same time, it could be a dangerous day. So definitely be safe and avoid any kind of JPP situations, if you know what I mean. But, just be safe out there and have fun for sure. I know I'm going to have a lot of fun. I want you guys to enjoy yourself as well. Also, if you guys hear any kind of jets or planes flying over my place right now and you can't hear me, I apologize for that. I guess, they're just trying to get their fly on or whatever. But, it's Independence Day. And that's what the point of this video is. These are 5 players or teams that pretty much are going to be celebrating their independence going into the 2019 season. So without further ado, let's get into this one. Number 5. Number 5 on my list is Odell Beckham. Now, when you look at Odell Beckham's situation, basically the Giants paid him last year and everybody thought it was a done deal. Like, shut it down. Odell leaving New York is not going to be a thing. Then all of a sudden, boom, trade comes through. Odell's going to the Cleveland Browns, sorry. And now he's gone to Cleveland, and then he comes out and says that he's kind of happier than where he is now. And hopefully he is happier. Hopefully he can definitely celebrate his independence, being in Cleveland with his best friend, and just going out and being a dominant receiver. I think for once in his career now, outside of Victor Cruz, but they never really got a true chance to play together. He's never actually had another sidekick or a partner, a running mate, and he has his best friend on a team with him now. Somebody that's actually going to keep him accountable and somebody that's going to push him. So I can definitely see Odell being a guy that's going to celebrate his independence in Cleveland and probably come out with one of his best seasons yet. Number 4. The Bengals franchise are number 4 on my list, basically because they have not been out without Marvin Lewis for almost 15 years now. I just looked it up. Like 15 years of the same head coach, 15 years of the same speech, 15 years of the same motivational stuff. Like, no more Marvin Lewis. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Bengals team look like, a Marvin Lewis-less team, if you will, what they're going to look like and how they're going to act, and if this team is going to be just as good as it has been over the last couple of years. It has been a capable team, and it has been a playoff caliber team over the last couple of years. Marvin Lewis, he was a decent head coach. He just couldn't get over those humps. And some coaches are like that. Some coaches they got the juice through the regular season, but when it actually matters the most, they can't get through. So the Bengals moving on from Marvin Lewis, and the Bengals are probably going to celebrate their independence going into the season. Unfortunately, you look at the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens, they're kind of turning the leaf and going in the right direction, whereas now Cleveland is hitting a reset button and starting all over from scratch. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what they do as an organization, but they're another team that's about to celebrate their independence moving into the 2019 season. Number 3. I picked Earl Thomas number 3 on this list because basically last time we seen Earl Thomas on the field, he was pretty much on the back of a cart giving the Seattle Seahawks sideline the bird. Like, he was flipping them off. Like, bro, like, I don't want anything else to do with y'all. He went from holding out to basically saying, okay, in Seattle I trust. And then he goes out and get hurt. And now he's like, am I even going to get paid now? And he got significantly hurt. Like, he messed up his leg or messed up his knee significantly. Like, it wasn't like, just some run-of-the-mill injury. But he definitely went out and get hurt. And that's one thing that the players are trying to avoid. So I definitely feel like Earl Thomas now, definitely going to Baltimore. He's another guy that's going to be able to celebrate his independence and being away from Seattle. And all he wanted to do is get paid. It wasn't like he wanted out of Seattle. He just wanted to get paid like he should have been. Like, he was a top safety in the league. He is the best safety in the NFL. And he wanted to be paid like it. So I can understand his frustration and the way he acted when he was getting off the field. But, like I said, now he's another guy in a new place celebrating his independence away from his old team. And I really feel like Earl Thomas and Baltimore Ravens are almost a match made in heaven, honestly. Number 2. The player that made me come up with this list was Le'Veon Bell, and that's why he's number 2 here. When you look at Le'Veon Bell, once again, he just wanted to get paid. He never showed signs that he wanted out of Pittsburgh or anything like that. He was just saying, like, bro, if you're going to run the wheels off me, at least pay me like you're going to run the wheels off me. And they didn't really want to. They came down to the point where they were just like, they didn't want anything to do with Le'Veon Bell. They're like, you either show up and you play for what we're giving you or you don't play at all. We don't care. And so basically at this point, Le'Veon Bell was like, I'm just going to sit out the season, funk the money, forget anything else. I'm just going to do what's best for me. And that's what he did. He decided to hold out for the whole entire season. Now he's getting paid by the New York Jets. And hopefully he's another guy that's going to a new place that can celebrate his independence. And I really feel like he's in a perfect position. He's with a young quarterback. Hopefully they can do something with that offense line and give him an opportunity to be a successful running back, which we all know Le'Veon Bell sets his blockers up to help them. Like, he sets his blockers up to block. So Le'Veon Bell don't need too much help, but it's definitely a good situation for him. And I feel like he's another player that's just going to go out and celebrate his independence by having a really good year. And my number 1 person that is going to be celebrating their independence going into the 2019 season. Antonio Brown is number one basically because I feel like he's the one guy that wants to celebrate his independence away from Pittsburgh, away from Big Ben, and just away from all that drama that he had going on in Pittsburgh. I think he's going to be a guy that's going to go out and he's going to ball out completely. Career year, possibly. I don't know. I think it's a lot more pressure on Derek Carr to go out and perform, having a receiver like Antonio Brown. Hopefully Antonio Brown don't get too diva-ish with it, because I think that might hurt Derek Carr's confidence a little bit. But at the same time, I feel like that's something Derek Carr has kind of been missing. Amari Cooper, we knew what he was as a receiver. He's a quiet guy. He's going to go out. He's going to do work. He's going to do what he needs to do. But Antonio Brown is a guy that knows what he's capable of doing and has proven that he's capable of doing what he's been doing. And so I feel like he's about to go out, and he's definitely going to try to celebrate Independence Day twice next year by winning Offensive Player of the Year and, the 4th of July again. And I just think that this guy is going to ball out, and he has so much more to prove. And he has to prove that his independence away from Pittsburgh is a real thing and that he's that good of a receiver. So that's all I have for you guys on this list. I really hope you guys enjoyed this list. It was something that kind of came to me overnight, and I really feel like that it makes sense that these are players and a team that can actually go out and celebrate their independence by having a good 2019 season. And hopefully they do. Hopefully they go out and show that they're that good of players and the team is that good that they can just go out and not worry about their past, that their past is their past, and moving forward with their independence is going to be a great thing for them and their futures. So if you guys are not a footballologist yet, go and subscribe to the YouTube channel today, become a footballologist, and stay safe, football fans.